14 soldiers in Algeria have been killed during a patrol in the mountains just east of the capital. They were ambushed in the city of Tizi Ouzou in the north. The army says fighters from Al-Qaeda's North African branch were behind the attack, but no one has claimed responsibility. It's the worst violence against the military in years. It's only a few days since President Abdelaziz Bouteflika was elected for a fourth term. Well, Mohamed Zitout is a former Algerian diplomat and the co-founder of the Rachad movement. It's an opposition group that's working to overthrow the government in a peaceful way, and he joins us live now from London. Sir, thank you very much for talking to Al Jazeera. I understand you were involved very much in investigating violence back in the 90s during the Civil War. Are you pretty clear as to who was behind this violence?
Hi there. Honestly, violence has been always used in Algeria as a way or a manner to control the society, either under true terrorist groups or false flag terrorism. It has been a way to control the society. Now it's clear now. It could be a terrorist group, but they have been pushed, or they have been, if you want, they let them do it. Because at this moment exactly, the government, the military government with the civilian facade, needs to threaten the society that if you don't keep quiet, if the anger is demonstrating the anger on the street, as it happens in the last few days, particularly in the region there, you may have again to go back to the 90s, to the very bloody and dirty wars of the 90s. Therefore, from time to time, the violence is there to control the society and to put it under fear, a total fear.
So you're saying basically the violence is playing into the government's hands almost. Do you think that the majority of Algerians really want this violence, or do they just want stability now, knowing what's happened in neighbouring countries over the last few years?
Of course, not at all. I mean, the Algerian knows, most of the Algerian knows that the terrorism was always used, manipulated, and by the government. And those who are fighting for the freedom and for a democratic state in Algeria are clearly mainly said that violence has no place in Algeria and should stop. And only peaceful means to push this regime to go away. It's allowed within the real opposition. These groups are either true groups but manipulated by the regime, or absolutely groups linked to the secret services, which from time to time are needed to perpetrate and to commit this type of operation in order to control the society. It has been always used as a way to control the society, the Algerian society.
So what next for the opposition, which is where you are? What do you do next? You're clearly not advocating violence, so how can you push forwards? Honestly, everybody now within the opposition, and also even within a certain circle within the regime, agree that the way are the generals, the handful of generals with Bouteflika clans running the country is very disastrous. The election has shown them the real, because the real turnout wasn't 51 as they said. In fact, it's around it was around 15–16%, and they know that this way will put us straight away in another Libyan or Syrian scenario, or again we'll go back to the 90s bloody dirty war. Therefore, many are coming now together to talk about an alternative to present it to the Algerian people, because it has been always said and claimed by the regime that there is no alternative to me, therefore I have to stay. Now many opposition groups inside and outside Algeria have started talking to each other, and just to say that this regime is a threat to the whole society, to the state, to the neighborhood, and it has to go by a peaceful means. And the only way to go by peaceful means is that we have to work together and to present a real alternative to the Algerian society. Very interesting to get your thoughts. Mohamed Zitout speaking to us there from the opposition.